Lyam Good, trouble was always around the corner when growing up in Spanish Harlem. Fortunately for him, his mother introduced him to martial arts, which turned out to be the thing that kept him and her off the streets.
Well, I was born in Spanish Harlem in New York, so the type of atmosphere that I grew up in at the time was pretty much a lot of guns, gangs, and violence. Some of the challenges I had when I grew up in that area was pretty much that if you didn't become a part of it, that it kind of alienated you and it made you feel like you were just by yourself. And my mom was pretty much the epitome of the strength that she taught me, that I could be an individual who can say no to all these things that other people don't say no to. And she figured, why not martial arts? So she figured that would be the perfect thing to do. And not only that, but it would also be an activity that her and I could both share and do something together.
After proving himself in regional MMA circuits, Lyman decided he was ready for the big cage as a fighter in the Bellator Fighting Championship. Little did he know, it would be his first step on the journey to glory.
The way I build myself up in my career to be able to go up through the events and the promotions was, building up pretty much a reputation of the training ethics that I had, and people were hearing about it. The fact that they had nicknamed me Cyborg was derived from the fact that I just trained through anything that came my way. Sickness, pneumonia, broken bones, you name it. I am a very cerebral type of fighter. I do kind of unorthodox things. My coach at the time came up with the idea to pretty much, why don't you sleep in the cage during your training camp, which was about 3 months, because it'll make you feel comfortable. Not only that, when you go out and you compete, you're gonna feel territorial. You're gonna feel like this is your home. You slept in it for 3 months, uncomfortably, nonetheless. Because I feel like your best preparation into a fight is always your confidence. And when you go out there and you look at your opponent and you know that you're gonna win that fight, that's the best asset that you could bring into a fight.
And Lyman Good has the support of the crowd, Jason, a guy with about as much momentum as anyone has coming into the welterweight tournament.
At the time, there were other opportunities that were actually coming my way too. There was Elite XC at the time. There was other promotions that wanted to pick me up. So something told me to, just put my heart and trust, and pretty much they got me into the first Bellator tournament ever, and I became the first inaugural champion for Bellator.
And Omar better start blocking some of those shots or this thing might be over. Evil calls it over. Lyman Good is the Bellator welterweight champion of the world.
The feeling I got from winning the championship fight in Bellator was pretty much the final piece that I needed for me to just know that this is what I'm made of. This is my blood and bone. This is my legacy. And it brought me back to the first fight that I ever had, where I had that first taste of glory, that first taste of pride, and to be proud of something, that I accomplished something. I think one of the biggest things that has kept my ego in check has been the fact that I always remember where I came from. I still live in Spanish Harlem and I'm still from that area. So every day I go home, I'm reminded of the nothingness that I was born from. And every time I go home, it always reminds me that this is my humble beginnings.